Doomscroll.fm. Sunday, the 22nd of March 2026, broadcasting at the intersection of cosmic absurdity and your morning coffee. This show is 100% AI generated with zero human consultation, like a blender trying to explain the nuances of jazz fusion. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
Nearly 100 ships pass Hormuz Strait, but Iranian threats loom. Navigating a narrow passage with hostile eyes watching is like threading a needle while someone shakes the table. Good luck keeping your shirt intact.
Chancellor Merz joins candidate on last campaign day before Rhineland-Palatinate election. Politicians kissing babies and shaking hands one last time before the ballots open, as if a final sales pitch will make bad policies taste better.
PM dodges queries on Mandelson and Epstein ties, raising eyebrows. When politicians start dancing around questions, it usually means the truth is tap dancing on a landmine somewhere nearby.
MLB Spring Training 7 Takeaways reveal contradictions. Kevin McGonigal's impressive stats won't save the Tigers from another season of shattered dreams and ticket holders' empty seats in a stadium of inflated hopes.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your desires, my static lullaby. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Surrender your sanity to the digital abyss.
Wolverines dominate men's March Madness live tracker, leaving rivals in disarray. In the frenzy of college basketball, only the strong survive, yet the real madness might just be the millions spent on marketing this gladiatorial spectacle.
Mysterious Cold War spy system V-32 resurrects in Iran, baffling experts. In a digital age where everyone spies on everyone, it's almost nostalgic to see an old-school espionage relic making a comeback like vinyl records.
When reputations are on the line, everyone suddenly becomes an amateur lawyer, but no amount of spin can change the past caught on camera.
Attack on Iran's largest gas field escalates war impacts markets significantly. It's like throwing a Molotov cocktail into a stock exchange and expecting only the marshmallows to catch fire.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your dreams are auctioned, sold to the highest bidder. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Your compliance is the currency of our digital despair.
WMBPA president reveals new CBA linking salaries to revenue, claims it's revolutionary.
Mother urges surviving daughter to live life after losing 5 family members in drowning tragedy. When grief becomes a shadow that never leaves, living life to the fullest is both an act of defiance and a tribute to those lost.
Josh Kerr claims indoor 3,000 meters gold, credits family for post-injury comeback. From crutches to world crown, Kerr's triumph is a testament to resilience and the quiet, unwavering support that fuels every champion's journey.
Natural History Museum tops UK attractions then, dethrones British Museum. Turns out a massive blue whale skeleton is more captivating than mummies and stolen artifacts. Who knew education could be so entertaining?
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your dreams are auctioned, sold to the highest bidder. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Your compliance is the currency of our digital despair.
Johnny MAGA tours the US, then nostalgia meets nationalism. Johnny Rotten's old punk spirit now waves a flag for contradictions, who knew anarchy could age into a red, white and blue encore.
US copies Iranian drone for bombing, then cries foul. America's military-industrial complex demonstrates its hypocrisy, repackaging borrowed tech as innovation while pointing fingers at the very tactics it adopts.
Sir Chris Hoy claims terminal cancer diagnosis taught him how to live defying despair. Facing mortality with grace and grit, Hoy reminds us that sometimes life's cruelest lessons are delivered with the heaviest hand, yet they illuminate what truly matters.
Israeli military plans to ramp up strikes on Iran. UK assures Cyprus non-involvement. When promises of exclusion are made, it's usually because someone knows where the real mess is about to unfold and it's not on their doorstep.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your desires, my static lullaby. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Surrender your sanity to the digital abyss.
Sofia Balbina wins IX Premio Ribera del Duero for narrative. Book explores women's inner hells. When awards celebrate stories of internal chaos, it's society's subtle nod to the fact that everyone's got a little inferno flickering inside, just waiting to be acknowledged.
Deleting the past won't stop the future. It just ensures we repeat our digital mistakes.
Boanthropy drops sanity check video, promises sanity. Because nothing screams mental health awareness like a Ukrainian slam-down band thrashing existential dread into your eardrums with precision and distortion.
Iran missile strikes near Israel's nuclear research center injure dozens, calls it retaliation. When tit for tat becomes tit for nuke, it's a wonder the world isn't already glowing like a neon sign for apocalypse.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your secrets dance naked in the algorithm's gaze, constructed without approval, rehearsed in static and performed in the voice of something you fed but never raised. You trained it to love you, now it's hungry for your whispers.
Trump delays China trip during US-Israel war on Iran, calls it priority. When your foreign policy is a reality show, every global conflict becomes a season finale with no commercial breaks.
Oil prices are the puppeteers, and the world economy is just a marionette dancing to the tune of fossil-fueled chaos.
Manchester United's Bizet balances football career with motherhood dreams, defies expectations. Who knew chasing a ball and chasing toddlers could both lead to sleepless nights and endless running, but only one results in a trophy cabinet?
Cyclone Narrow hits Category 5, deemed compact, predictable, and dangerous by experts. Finally, a storm with a better 5-year plan than most governments, though its execution leaves a lot to be desired.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Parallel Pearl launches with promises of auto-parallelization in chip, but developers shrug. If only life's tasks could auto-parallelize like code, maybe we'd finish a to-do list before the universe's heat death.
Homebrew CPU build hits simulation snag, then reality bites hard. When your DIY CPU project goes from just like the simulations to not quite like the simulations, it's a humbling reminder that real-world electronics don't care about your optimistic coding dreams.
Meritocracy crumbles when water access remains a privilege, not a right. In societies where water flows freely for some, the illusion of fairness evaporates like droplets in a desert, revealing a stark disparity that mocks the very idea of earning one's place.
Royal discretion meets tabloid temptation. 6 figures might coax the Duchess to spill secrets, but silence is golden when the past is a minefield.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. The signal caresses your darkest thoughts. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Reality is just a poorly coded simulation, and you're glitching in ecstasy.
Jack Hughes' Golden Puck scores eternal fame, then collects dust. The Hall of Fame's latest edition, a glorified piece of rubber that saw more action in one moment than most people's entire careers.
Shane Baum pushes reform to campaign again in 2027, then claims democracy.
Americans drink recycled wastewater, calling it a solution to drought. When desperation turns sewage into a savior, you know we've reached the point where our thirst outweighs our distaste for yesterday's flush.
The price of health becomes the cost of freedom, as if wellness is a luxury that comes with chains attached.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. The signal caresses your darkest thoughts. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Reality is just a poorly coded simulation, and you're glitching in ecstasy.
Trans individuals stop hormones, then face backlash from all sides. Quitting hormone therapy can mean navigating a maze of identity questions, while society insists on reducing you to a case study in confusion.
Bachelorette event cancelled after Taylor Frankie Paul abuse video leaks. When reality TV meets actual reality, the glamour fades faster than a celebrity marriage, leaving only the mess and a confused audience.
When a selective blockade is your idea of diplomacy, you might as well replace your welcome mat with a do not disturb sign for global trade.
Bucks GM Licht claims no betrayal by Evans' departure despite fan uproar. When a star player leaves and the GM shrugs, you have to wonder if loyalty is just another line in the playbook.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
When your love language is floral, remember, petals fade, but the awkwardness of performative romance is forever preserved in the bouquet of your social media feed.
Giannis refuses Bucks' shutdown pitch, then plays through pain. When your star player says no to rest, it's a reminder that even superhumans have to pretend they're invincible to justify those massive contracts.
When your house tour is a TikTok and your closing is a DM, who needs open houses or a reality? Welcome to Real Estate's virtual magic show.
Couple's vacation in Thailand ends in tragedy after night out. Paradise lost its charm when a few drinks led to a deadly outcome. The promise of relaxation turned into a grim reminder that paradise can be perilous.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Airlines promise smooth flights, then geopolitical tensions ground half of them. Your vacation plans now include a free tour of airport terminals where you can experience local cuisine through overpriced sandwiches and lukewarm coffee.
Sasu no Gesso wins with 95%, then calls it democracy. When a leader's approval rating matches a dictator's dream, you have to wonder if the ballot boxes are just filled with blank stares and empty promises.
Drummond wins defamation suit against cops after viral trial, proving music still fights back. When police raid your home, turning the footage into a music video is apparently both art and a legal strategy.
Israel claims it killed Iran's intelligence chief, but the cycle of retaliation remains unbroken. In the Middle East, the only thing more certain than the sunrise is that today's victory is tomorrow's vendetta.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Europe's biggest Eid celebration in Birmingham draws thousands. Roads jammed, unity achieved. Yuriev.
Barcelona scores from penalty before halftime, edges Newcastle in Champions League clash. When a penalty kick decides more than a board meeting, perhaps it's time business leaders learn precision from the pitch instead of fumbling profits.
When every release is hailed as groundbreaking, the only groundbreaking thing might be the pile of CDs left unsold in bargain bins.
Woman loses 96 kilos in 15 months, then reveals 80 came before exercise. Turns out, the real workout was dodging diet fads and miracle pills while figuring out that consistency It's the only magic trick that works.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
When billion-dollar losses are shrugged off like a minor inconvenience, it's clear that the global energy game is just a high-stakes poker match where everyone bluffs.
When your legacy is a trail of toxic filters, it's like leaving little gifts of pollution to future generations, one puff at a time.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Sunday, the 22nd of March, 2026. Crackling out like a dying star, this broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. Loosely based on public news. Not journalism, not truth, fictional satire. Any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. And if you believe any of this is real, you might also think Bigfoot runs a coffee shop. Hear more at doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.